Alright guys, doing some wrenching this morning on my Slash. Problem I had was the bearing went out there where we passed the drive shaft passes through going to the rear end and in the front of the slipper clutch. And you can see the plastic piece that pushes on the on your pinion gear. It actually just melted down. This is still the inner part of the bearing. And that plastic, I think it's called a pawl, that pushes on the gear, is pretty much melted into the spring. So, and actually somewhere in this gear, there's still a, yeah, there it is, actually a little small ball bearing stuck in between the teeth. You can see it shining in there. So that was what I first heard, was the clicking noise was actually a ball bearing stuck in the teeth. I got one of them out already, so I'll pop that one out of there too, and we may have to replace this gear as well, but we'll try it out first. So yesterday I made a little trip to the local hobby town, got the replacement. This is actually a metal, I think it's called a pawl, and brand new gear, bearing, sorry, not gear, to replace the one that goes in there. So I'll break that all apart, install it, and then I'll get back with you. You can see all these little pieces of plastic that I had to basically pry out of the bottom of the spring. And if you look in here, you can see where the base of the spring was just melted into this plastic pawl for the slipper clutch. So Traxxas sent out an upgrade. It's anodized aluminum, painted nice blue like their Valenion motors and stuff, and that comes with a new bearing. So basically to install it, you put it in front of your pinion gear, then put the aluminum pawl, add your spring, and then your nut goes on top. And if anybody's not really familiar with how a slipper clutch works, basically you got a fixed plate in the back with like a little replaceable disc on there, kind of like car disc brakes, you know, and then you got these three little pads that rub on this disc. This disc is replaceable, just in case it wears out. Once you got it set in place, slide that down. Those pads will rub against the disc, and that gives it a little slip to help protect the gears in the rear end on high acceleration. And the way Traxxas recommends you start off with these is by tightening this all the way down until your spring is fully compressed. They don't want you to over tighten, but still tighten it. You still see you got a little bit of space in between the spring, and basically right there you're fully compressed. Oh well, now it's not. What happened there? See if we have any further damage. Alright, yeah, so there you're fully compressed. You know, double check, snug it. Yeah, so that's tight. And then they recommend you start off by backing it off one full turn. So right there, you take that, you install it in your car or truck. No, this is a Slash, so truck. And on the end you got your, basically that's what fits into your drive shaft. It tightens down. It's got a little set screw in there. Snug that down. And that's it. It's ready to be installed into the vehicle now. Also pull that little small ball bearing. You can see how little they are. There's a little tiny bearing fits inside the bearing casings. So this is your new bearing right here, already installed in the truck, and your slipper clutch just fits inside of there and rotates on that bearing, and that's what turns your gears. So that'll give us a starting point, and you basically set it all back up, put it all together, and when you run it you'll hear a slipping high-pitched whining sound. That's your slipper clutch slipping. Then you want to just get in there. You can do it without taking it out of the vehicle by just coming over the top and get your wrench in there, and then you rotate your wheels and then give you a little tighten it up a little bit, So that's it for now. I'll put it back together and we'll give it a little run, make sure it's adjusted right. Alright, so I got the Slash back together and we got it set as like a little starting point. Traxxas suggests, you know, one turn out on a slipper. So you want to set it on concrete and just take off, and you're listening for a high pitched whine. And you hear it. Yeah. So it still needs to be tightened up some. What you want to do is get your wrench. Make sure you got it on the grease. And lock it in on your lock nut. See, you lock it in on the nut for the slipper clutch right there. And then all you gotta do is rotate your car forward, and that's gonna tighten it up some. Easier said than done sometimes. So now I got a little bump on it. I'll try it out again. So you can hear it still slipping some, but not nearly as much. And you want to slip some, have some slip in there, just to help protect your gears. I think I'm gonna bump it up a little bit tighter. Alright, got it locked in, so I'm gonna roll my car forward a little bit more. And if you want to loosen it, you do the same thing, except you just lock it in and roll the vehicle backwards. So now let's try it again. And now it's just slipping just a little bit. And then you hear it grabbing and kicking in and going. Alright, so I'm gonna put the cover back on and we'll do some running around with it. Alright, so we got everything back together now. I'm gonna have Reese running the Slash around a little bit. Just trying it out. Make sure it's working right. Alright, go ahead, buddy. Oof. Good brakes. Oh. Yeah, it don't like to cross that sidewalk. That thick grass. Oh, good save. Why are you going reverse like that? Footage. Oh. This is running just on a 2S battery. Oh no, walk shame. Yeah, so this is just running on 2S right now. 3S gets a little bit damaging. Sun's a little too wild for that. Watch out, Caleb. Oh, close one. Oh, two-wheeling. Oh, oof, and landed it. Really? Yeah, it does traction roll a good bit with this tall grass and them stacked tires. Come on, man, get it going. Oh, these things are tough if you can survive this boy driving. Oh my goodness. Hey, hey, hey. Trying to roll people. And on that note, I think that's going to be the end. Guys, if y'all like this video, just like and subscribe. We'll be back.